Hello, beautiful people. You are welcome back to my channel. This is Cd's Lifestyle channel where we discuss about positive or good parenting. I'll be running on a particular theme for about 4 or 5 weeks, and that theme is based on character and responsibility. So the topic I want to bring out from that theme today is why some children become responsible and others don't. I want to say that responsibility is not an accident, and no child was born responsible. If you see a child that is responsible, that child develops the spirit of responsibility through guidance, through expectations, and through life experiences. And the difference between responsible and irresponsible children is often in the environment and training they receive while growing up. So parents play a major role in shaping the character of responsibility in the life of their children. So parenting style makes a big difference. Some children become responsible because their parents balance love with discipline. If you don't balance love with discipline for your children, then your children might not become responsible. So when parents provide structure and guidance and clear expectations, children learn accountability. And there is structure, where there is guidance and clear expectations, your children are bound to learn accountability. So, but when parenting is either too strict or too permissive, children may struggle to develop responsibility. For instance, who are never corrected may grow up thinking that their actions have no consequences. So, as a parent, you must learn to balance love with discipline. When a child is doing something wrong, you must be there to correct that child and let him or her know why that thing is wrong. So for children who are constantly controlled may not learn to take initiative. There's a difference between correction and controlling your child. No? Correction comes in when your child errs. But when I talk about when you constantly control your child, you are the one that says, go this way. That's the way to go. Do it this way. Pull it up. Put it down. No, do it like this. This is how it should be done. You don't allow that child to have initiative. Allow your child to experiment. Allow your child to think on their own. Allow them to practice some things on their own. Let them learn by experience. So giving children responsibility early also inculcates the spirit of responsibility in them. When you give your child responsibility early in life, responsibility such as house chores, such as simple house chores, such as assignment, such as cleaning their rooms, taking care of the bedroom, washing the bedroom, doing laundries, all those responsibility. If you allow them to do it on their own, without doing it haphazardly, without leaving it undone or finishing the work, it builds in your child a spirit of responsibility and ownership. Especially when you give them chores to clean their room, arrange their wardrobe, you know, change the face of their rooms. It gives them the spirit of ownership, that this thing belongs to me. I need to do this. I need to take care of it, and this is how it should be. So consistency also in discipline, brings about responsible children. Responsible children grows up in home where rules are consistent. If you want your child to be responsible, your rules must be consistent. And where you need to correct, you correct. Where you need to discipline, you discipline. Where you need to scold, you scold. So if rule changes every time, then consequences are not enforced. No, children become confused and may ignore instruction. So consistency in discipline builds responsibility in your child. So let your rules be fair. At the same time, when a child breaks a rule, let him or her face the consequence. But where you ignore the consequences, where you ignore the breaking of the rules, when you get to a time that they don't take you serious, the children will not take you serious, and they might get confused, because at times they know that even if you give them instruction and they don't obey the instruction, nothing will happen. So they get confused, and it's that might lead them to start disobeying your instructions as parents. So consistency teaches accountability in our children. So parents modeling responsible behavior too. Parents modeling responsible behavior. No, as a parent, if you demonstrate honesty, punctuality, respect, accountability, children will absorb the values naturally. But when they see that their parents is not honest, their parents lies, their parents are not reliable, their parents are not accountable for anything, no, they don't respect people, they are not punctual, they are not regular at work, they don't discharge their duties as expected, they also absorb that. So that is where you will find a child that grows up and become responsible, and you will see another that grows up and become irresponsible. They have learnt it from you because you are their model. So you have to model responsibility if you want your child to be responsible as well. So when I say that, another thing that can make your child to be responsible is the fact that you don't have to overprotect your child. You can reduce responsibility. You can reduce responsibility. No, overprotection can reduce. Sorry, overprotection can reduce responsibility. No, some parents love their children so much that they don't want them to suffer, they don't want them to face any challenges. They always stepping into their situation when they are stuck. They want to do everything for them. Such a child, you are not giving them the spirit of resilience and in future. You are not giving them the spirit of resilience and accountability. And if they grow like that, they won't have the spirit of independence as well. So in summary, I would say that responsible children are not produced overnight. They are rather shaped by our consistent parenting, clear expectations, good role modeling, and opportunities to make mistake and also learn from their mistakes. So when parents intentionally train their children in these ways, responsibility become parts of their character. I hope you have been blessed and you have learned one or two things. Until we meet again in my next video, do have a lovely day. Thank you.